The worst mismatch in bare knuckle boxing. So after American bare knuckle boxing promotion BYB acquired British bare knuckle promotion BKB, they began to match up the best fighters of each promotion against each other in big name fights. And as a result, the BYB and Police Gazette Diamond Belt champion, Gustavo Trujillo, was matched up against the British BKB champion, Richie. And from the jump, even before the fight happened, you can absolutely tell this was a horrible mismatch, as Richie was 45 years old at the time of the fight and only had a bare knuckle boxing background. And on top of that, it wasn't even a very extensive bare knuckle background, with his bare knuckle boxing record being 5-1 at the time he faced Gustavo Trujillo, and with BKB holding a slew of inferior fighters compared to BYB, as evident through Richie opponents, as his only loss was against a guy who was 6-7 in his bare knuckle record and 1-6 as an MMA fighter. And being a guy with very little boxing technique, poor defense, and 45, it was set up to be a slaughter. Especially when you factor in Gustavo Trujillo's accomplishments, who despite being a failed MMA fighter, had still a very good boxing background, having a 6-0 record in traditional boxing, with most of his wins being by knockout, and being an absolute killer in bare knuckle boxing, having a record of 6-0 at the time of facing Richie, with all of his wins being by first round knockout, and beating some of the best opponents you can face in bare knuckle boxing, having knocked out 2-division BKFC champion Lorenzo Hunt in the first round, and absolutely destroying former UFC fighter and BYB heavyweight champion Ike Villanueva. And when they finally fought, Gustavo made quick work of Richie, dropping him with the left hook in the first 10 seconds, and then followed up by dropping Richie with a vicious body shot, ending the fight after Richie chose to stay down. An absolute slaughter and a one-sided beatdown. Gustavo Trujillo is now 7-0 with all first round knockouts, and in my opinion he should be fighting Mick Terrell or Ben Rothwell next.